Country Confidential.
Figured just to kick things off here, kind of tell me the story about how you met and then how maybe some solo careers maybe transitioned into you guys working together.
I was doing country music in LA where Danny was living at the time too. And I was like, I need to make some friends in the country music space because I had just moved back from college. And so I went out to the show at the House of Blues where Danny happened to be playing. And I saw her play and I was like, this girl's real cool, super talented. I should hit her up. We can write. And so I messaged her on Instagram. I did the whole slide in the DMs. And I was like, hey, you want to write? I loved your set at the House of Blues. And she's like, actually, do you want to audition for a band? And
So it came at a really interesting time. The girls that Sophie had seen me play with at House of Blues actually wanted to exit the band and not be doing Honey County anymore. And, you know, it wasn't for them. And when Sophie messaged me, it was kind of like very much kismet and that she, you know, wanted to get together. And I looked at her Instagram and I was like, all right, I got to check this girl out. And she looks really cute and she sings really well. And I love her songs. So, let's try it. So she came over and I gave her a couple songs beforehand and we got together and we started playing and singing. And I thought, okay, this is really good, but we need to go to a party now. And so we went out to a party. That was step 2 of the audition. And we had a really good time.
So talk to me kind of though about how that name still, relates to you guys as a duo.
So Honey County originated when one of the original girls was from Oklahoma, and she was from a county called Greene County in Oklahoma. And we were talking, and she's like, I really want to be Greene County. And I was like, well, we don't really, smoke weed, so that doesn't really work for us. But I appreciate, where your head's at. And so we put together all of our names together and literally like a word scramble thing. And like we came up with several different words. And one of them was honey. And I was like, I love honey because I was obsessed with Winnie the Pooh when I was younger. And we all kind of agreed that was going to be the name. And as you know, bands change over time. We've seen it in the past with the Dixie Chicks. Natalie Maines was not the original third member. We've seen it in Gloriana with different members. We've now seen it in a most recent group, Runaway June. So members do change and switch out, but the name still remains the same because the new person that's coming to fill in sometimes almost fills it in the best. And we feel like, I feel like that was Sophie.
Yeah. And we like to tell people like Honey County is not actually a place, like county, but when we sing music and we play live together, it's wherever the music is, wherever the people are having a good time. And I feel like when I joined Honey County, that's exactly what it was. We were just having fun together and the music was the center of what Honey County was. And so it didn't make sense to change it. It all just felt like it fit right into place.
I love that. It was like a little missing puzzle piece. How fun. So I know this is kind of a loaded question, but how would you guys, as the members of Honey County, describe your sound?
We write from so many different influences. We love, obviously, like Shania Twain and the classic, like 90s country women. But like Danny loves Allman Brothers and I love
Usher.
And I love Usher. So it's like we have so many different influences that come together.
When you think of Honey County, like we definitely have pop influences. We were living in California for a while. Now we're here in Nashville. I'm from Virginia, but we still have that California connection. So we bring a lot of sunshine into our music, but there's a lot of harmonies. We both love to sing together and we also split leads. So it's a really fun blend and mix.
I love that you split lead. I think that's one of my favorite things about you guys. And it reminds me of actually one of my all-time favorite duos, Brooks and Dunn, who does something very similar as far as splitting their lead. So I'm so glad that you guys brought that up. But I know you guys, one of you is from California, one of you is from Virginia. So talk to me about your musical backgrounds here a little bit. Did you guys listen to a ton of country growing up? I know you guys, mentioned Shania and Allman Brothers. I guess you would consider more like Americana or rock. But what was your upbringing like around country music?
It was funny because I didn't really listen to country music until my sister got a boyfriend and she was falling in love and she was driving me around back at home. And so on the radio, all she would play was country music. And so it was like she was telling her love story with country music and having the stories tell them, and it made me fall in love with country music. And more so when I went to school in Texas, it was just like a whole nother opening of country music and listening to it. And that's how I came to love it. My sister falling in love, oddly enough.
And honestly, like growing up, I used to listen to the Allman Brothers with my dad. So it was a lot of country rock. But there were different influences too. There was the Beatles, there was Heart. There was a lot of fun classic rock stuff that we listened to together. And then, of course, you know, Boyz II Men was like a big, like, who doesn't love Boyz II Men? And Shania, you know, we used to line dance to Shania all the time. So that was really fun.
I know. It's so funny. My mom and I actually just bought tickets to go see the Allman Family reunion that's coming to Chicago. So I love that you brought that up.
That's going to be awesome.
I'm so excited. So what do you guys think makes a duo unique in comparison to maybe a solo artist or maybe even a trio or a group like, I don't know, like Old Dominion? What do you think makes a duo here so unique?
I'm really glad you asked that because Honey County actually used to be a trio back in the day. And what Sophie and I really found working together, because, you know, the puzzle pieces fit exactly right, was that we both share responsibilities. I do stuff and then she does stuff. And then when I'm tired, she does things. And so one of us is always, you know, keeping on going. Like today, I don't know what she was doing, napping or something. And I was like on Instagram, like making like a fun, like reel, like all these people on TikTok have made videos of Got It From My Mama, which is our latest single that we've released. And they've done all these videos. I mean, there's like over 1,000 videos of people just, you know, doing dances or singing to it. And it was Sophie's idea. Hey, we should do this. And then I said, great, I'll take the lead on that and let me make it. Cause you know, we both have fun doing certain things. And that's certainly, you know, an example of what works really well as far as like a business relationship within a duo. And then of course on stage is really fun. That's where we shine. Our live show is everything. It's what we live for. You know, we have so much fun and there's so much energy that is on stage and in the audience that you feel. And sometimes there's a focus on me if I'm singing lead. And then other times, like I step back and there's a focus on Sophie, and we each do different things on stage. And it's really fun to kind of bounce off of each other.
I think that's why I love watching duos compared to, you mean a trio or a group or even a solo artist? Because with a solo artist, I'm just focused on one person. And sometimes while it's fun, it seems kind of, you know what I mean, flat and static. A duo, I think it's just enough to keep my attention. And it's so fun that you guys are able to bounce back and forth. But I know with every great duo, even though you guys love each other, you know what I mean, there can be hard times. What's the hardest part about being a duo?
I think the hardest part about being in a duo is there's like definitely times where one person has like so much energy to get up and be like, let's put on makeup and let's do a TikTok. And then I'm like, well, I'd really like to go hiking and just like enjoy nature and not have to worry about being on my phone at this moment. So there's just like this constant, like, not constant, because a lot of times we're actually in sync on that. But a lot of times too, there's this moments where one person is like super gung-ho and then the other person's like, I just need to chill for a sec. Like I just moved to Nashville 2 days ago and I'd like to just like relax and can watch The Bachelor in Paradise, you know? So yeah, it's that constant like pull. But at the same time, it's like you were saying with a duo, it's a matter of accountability too and holding each other to like stay active and continue doing things even when they just move their whole life across country, you know, like.
So talk to me what you guys, as just the two of you as Honey County, what has been the proudest moment that you guys have had together?
We were asked to sing the national anthem at Dodger Stadium, and we'd never done the anthem as a duo before. And that's very, very tough because you need to be extremely in sync and you have to rehearse it and practice it over and over and over again. And we nailed it. And I feel really good about it. And then right after that, we were asked to sing at the Staples Center for a WNBA game. So it felt really cool to be able to, you know, sing the national anthem, honor our country, but do it really well. And sometimes all three of those things don't happen, you know, as perfect as you want to, but this past, you know, we did it like a month and a half ago or something like that. Mm-hmm. It went great.
Yeah, I'd 100% agree with that. There's nothing more powerful than being able to sing the song that allows you to do what you do for a living. You know, like we wouldn't be where we are without honoring our country and troops. And, you know, it's a powerful song. It really is.
Oh, that's so exciting. I didn't know you guys got to do that. That is so powerful. And I love, especially at a time like this. I mean, how great for you guys. So was there a time that you guys really had to lean on each other, maybe a low moment for the duo that you guys really had to count on each other as, you know what I mean, partners in song and as sisters?
Yeah, definitely. I think with the state of the country and when we were in, you know, a period where we weren't able to play shows and we were kind of thinking what's next, like what does our career hold if we're not out playing shows and making money on the road. And so leaning on each other in that sense and being like, well, that's okay, let's release music, let's write music, let's keep each other up and happy with music, and also just like being friends and going outside and hanging out all the time. She was like my pod, so that was nice to like have somebody there all the time, even when you're feeling like down and sad about what's going on, you know.
I totally agree with Sophie. That was definitely a challenging time where we both could have said, you know what, we're just not going to do this, you know, because we didn't know how many months we were going to be off or how many, you know, and months turned into a year and a half. We didn't know. We just kept busy in doing what we could do outside.
No, I love that. And I've loved just watching your guys' journey, especially over this year. But I have a feeling, you know, and with the world being back, you guys obviously just crushed it on your national anthems. What can we expect from you guys for the rest of the year? What's next for Honey County?
Well, at the end of October, we'll be releasing our music video that we shot in Alabama for Got It From My Mama. We worked with TK McCamey, who is a big deal, as you know, I saw it in your face. So he's won a couple, you know, ACM and CMA Music Awards for best music videos. And we also got to work with a dream director, Grayson Welch, and put together just like the music video of our dreams in Alabama. And it was really special. So we can't wait to release that and let everyone see it. And then also we're maybe working on a holiday song.
Yep.
So fun. Oh my gosh, girls. Well, thank you so much for taking this time to talk with me. I'm so excited to have you guys be one of our duos on our Country Confidential It Takes Two. But I'm going to throw it back over to Grace. If you guys are on your phone, we'll probably just send you these social asks, but I'll go ahead and have Grace walk you through everything. It was so good to get to know you guys. And I'm in Chicago, so come hang out. Things are happening here. So
Okay, we will.
that.
That's awesome.
awesome.
Nice to
Thanks,
meet you,
girls. It was
Bobby.
so good to chat with you.
Country Confidential.